one of the lessons that I'm getting from the most recent, this is a continuation of my last video. I usually stop recording once my videos get to about 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes because of uploading purposes. Because of uploading, that shit be taking forever. If especially if I want to chop up a specific part of a video. But I've been one of the lessons that I'm getting from the book 12 and a half is I'm really learning from, see, one of the things that I didn't want to sound too corny. One of my goals, it's not a goal, I don't want to say it that way, something that would be dope as fuck is being able to shadow Gary Vaynerchuk. Like, I will fucking put a silencer on my fucking mouth. I will put something around my mouth so I can't speak. I just want to be there. Like, just be there. I personally, I would do, I don't know how I could not say anything, because I would be like, I don't know, maybe if I recorded or some shit or gave myself a task or some shit. But, you know, I'm trying to give a good image of what I'm willing to do. I'll put a muzzle on, if you will, and I would not say anything, and I would love to just shadow him, just fucking follow everything he fucking does from a work point of view and building business point of view, and how he associates with his teammates, his friends, and like just absorb for like 6 months. I won't say shit. I won't ask no questions. I'll just maybe if I could be like his security, a low-key security, not really security, but that's like the only way to get in. Oh, fuck it. But I think about that shit. But no, one of the lessons that I learned from the book is how he thinks, how he handles situations, how he would think through a scenario, a process, a problem that happens in business. And I remember on one of my notes, on one of the parts of the book, I was like, that's a powerful mindset to have. Such a powerful mindset to have. He was saying, like, if somebody hit a lick on him, he has two choices. He could just completely fire. If he had a business partner that was hitting a lick on him, he could just completely depart himself from that relationship, or he could still work with the individual and choose to monitor I don't know if he said personally or just a broad example, but it's his mentality. Or you could give the person another opportunity and just monitor the finances from a different level. Obviously, it's going to change the dynamic of the relationship, but you could still choose to deploy empathy and engage in that relationship. You don't have to cut it off 100%. And there was another scenario where he was given, like, if somebody switched teams, so if you had a team, you were building that team, and they built their own company, and then from there they took on maybe 5 to 7 sales people that were in your company over to theirs. How would you handle that situation? And he was saying that, you know, first of all, step up to the plate and talk to your current organization and let them know, look, this isn't, you know, this is war. At the end of the day, it's business and we're here to win. But, you know, it's not with hatred. You know, if you see Sally at the fucking mall, you still say hi, you still connect if you guys were best friends. Or if you were already in a deep relationship with Bob, you know, don't sit here and just all of a sudden just never communicate with Bob just because of this situation. Work is work, business is business, but, you know, at the end of the day, life is life as well. So just reading that kind of mentality, to me, I look at it like that's my way of being mentored. You know, I call a lot of people my virtual mentors, because the reality is, you know, I'm not privy to, I've already accepted, and if anybody out there looks at the world around them and says, damn, man, like, how the fuck can I get that? Or they complain about why they don't have all the cool luxuries of life, what they look at and what they see from afar as luxuries. if you've ever thought to yourself, why the fuck don't I have these things? I want you to understand okay, the reality is the reality, number one. That's just the truth. That's the facts, that's what it is. And not everybody is this way, but most people, they are where they are because of somebody else. Whether it's school and the teachers that they learned from, the friends that they had and the connections that their friends had, and potentially opportunities that come. I was a part of a business team years ago, and I had a pretty solid job. I mean, I was at a job where college, I'm pretty sure everybody that worked there went to college except me. And the reason I got in that bitch, I was selling dental equipment to orthodontic offices. That's not, I mean, I'm sure, anyway, not to play it down or up, but I know that without me knowing the people I knew, I would have not gotten in that job, period. So I say that because I used to think to myself that I just wasn't good enough. And it's not that you're not good enough. Sometimes, and this isn't an excuse, it's just a reality, sometimes you're not connected with the people that have connection to the things that you think you want. That's all. A lot of these folks that you see that have cool stuff, they're not better than you. It's not that they're not better than you or worse. It's not. The main lesson that I want to drive with what I'm saying is you could learn it too. You're capable and you're more than able to physically do what they do. It's not a matter of them being smarter or better. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take work. It's going to take expanding your mindset. It's going to take connecting with some good people, because there's some foundations that have been built years ago. Like, if you think about even the police department, if you've been in the police department, you retired in the police department, I'm pretty sure throughout that time you built some good relationships. You have a son, or let's just say you have a son. Okay, great. Your daughter has a son, or let's just say your daughter's daughter has a son. Like, all these people were surrounded by this information, this access, this whatever comes with that. And it's not a bad thing. Again, I like to look at it from both point of views. As much as I complain a lot and try to say, oh, it's not fair, etc., I also try to look at it from the other side. It's like, if I was in a position of power, would I not want to help my family? Like, it's fucking natural. Like, if I had, a lot of times I get mad. I'm gonna say I get mad at people that are extremely wealthy and just have this heart, as if this entitled attitude, as if I'm supposed to have that. And why don't I? This just like shitty fucking attitude to have. And then I grew up also having the mentality of thinking like people, like the whole racist card, playing the whole fucking racist card and the conspiracy card. But when you really ask yourself, we talk about white privilege and all that, which is cool. I mean, at the end of the day, I do know stuff like that exists. All privileges exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're Hispanic and you meet another Hispanic, there's privileges that come with that, depending on what resources that Hispanic has. Ironically, white folks got access to some of the most powerful, profitable businesses, fucking things in life that make sense to. It would be really good to have those type of privileges, is what I'm saying. But that type of attitude, that type of behavior comes with every fucking race. It comes with, if you're an Indian and you walk into an Indian store, or if you're an Indian in a place where there's not many Indians and you walk into an Indian store, you're gonna have there's a different vibe that comes with that interaction versus if you're just from another culture. So why I say that, I circle that around to say this. It's not a. I mean, it makes sense that white folks are going to look out for the people. Like, that's what everybody does. Everybody looks out for their people, and then I'm in a position where I have no skin in the game. Like, I'm just me. I'm a citizen of planet Earth. I'm nobody. I'm just here. I'm fucking navigating through this bitch. I'm here. But I think about it too. As many times as I've talked shit about racism and all the stories that I hear and all the perceptions from one point of view, I also try to look at it from another. I'm like, what the fuck would you do if you were in a position of power? Would you not look out for your family as well? And then we could all argue and say, yeah, but I would do it ethically. And it's like, okay, cool. Which I would hope that we all would think that way and actually do. But realistically, priority, we're gonna give the higher paying jobs to our family. You know, if there's a choice, if there's one position that pays 120K a year, and then there's another one that pays 50, and there's two people fighting for the spot. Let me just slow it down. If there's, without the 50, if there's one position that pays 120,000 a year, and there's two people fighting for this one position, one of them is your family, your brother, and the other one is somebody that you just got an application from online, you're gonna pick your family. You're gonna pick your family. Like, you're just gonna pick your family. And sometimes what I notice, I think, like, you know, we have a lot of different cultures within America. You know, we have a lot of races, different cultures. Fucking, I see all types of ethnicities, but for some reason the one that's common, the one that's core, is the white boys. The white folks, they're them. They're yeah, we could associate. They're good at communicating with other people, but when it comes to actually bringing benefit to, like, keeping the money in the family, they do a great job at that shit. And it makes sense. It 100% makes sense why they would. Because not that it's right or wrong, it's just we look out for our own family. That's just what we do. So I'm going to continue fucking hanging out here until I drink this coffee. Today, this episode is brought to you by Coffee and Trucks. Stay strong, keep developing. And if you don't know how to generate passive income outside of your traditional job, what I want you to do is hit the link below. And I want you to hit it with a heart, an open heart to realize that I don't have all the fucking answers, but I'll connect you with motherfuckers that do. Stay strong, keep developing, and continue with this journey. Let's go.